everyone. Hi, my beautiful Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, whatever you are feeling into that spectrum. We'll welcome you, Mariana and I, with the Modern Witches. This is your little horoscope. So, we're going to spend 10 minutes looking into what is Pisces season, especially for you, Taurus. We highly advise, again, we're saying it for every sign, to look at the general reading that we did. We did a general reading in the podcast talking about the Pisces season in general. This is juicy, and that will be listening to it will help understand your horoscope 100%. So yes, we highly advise to do it. So let's start. I'm going to share my screen. We were with Aries, now we are in Taurus. Of course, it doesn't work. Yeah, Taurus. Taurus is there. Okay, Taurus. So for you, Sun, Ascendant, and Moon, the Sun in Pisces is going to be in your 11th house. So the Sun, the highest bright stars in our solar system, who's giving us life, is going to an area of life that is for you related to your group, your friends, your hope and dream, what you believe in. It's a highly, in traditional astrology, it's a highly benefic house.
It's house of gains.
House of gains, exactly. So it's a beautiful, juicy season for you when you can connect with people, when you can review your dream, because don't forget this in the sign of Pisces, which is the water sign, is asking you to go deep, is asking you to actually, what is my hope and dream? This is great for people who have a business.
Yeah.
To do a business plan and in a more spiritual way and like really connect to what, not even spiritual, but like having a business that you have with your heart related to a passion or something, a dream that you had. And you're like, oh, why am I doing this? What is my dream? Where I want to go? What is my vision? That's a great way to meditate around this and to have a bigger vision. Why am I doing this? What I want to see from it? What I want to teach people? I'm just as like, especially for people who have a business, that's my little advice. For other people who like doesn't own a business or anything like this, I do think there's something about your hope and vision and dream that you want to do, whatever it can be on a personal level, it can be on your whatever it can be in any subject. It's good to review because it's a beautiful house when you're going to have a new moon in that area of your house. And this, like we said, is a benefic house. So it can bring you gifts, it can bring you joy, it can bring you fulfillment in the long run if you set your intention right, and especially aligned with your emotion. Pisces is a water sign, is a motorable sign, it's like moving around. It's not fixed. Your emotion can change, your wish can change, your hope can change. Just go and check up on that. And it's a great time to hang out with friends, with a group of friends. It's a lovely time having parties in your house. Of
Yeah.
course, with COVID, it's not that easy, but
But
definitely.
it's
Um,
improving. It's getting better, isn't it? I hope. Yeah, fingers crossed.
um,
I just want to add to that, to the like, because Sun is in your 11th house, like, and you covered it beautifully, all that energy of light in your collective goals and ambitions and aspirations. And with Jupiter there, you have to ask yourself, what's the truth of what communities I want to be associated with? What is my tribe? What is my community? And be like, find the truth. Like, sometimes now this year specifically is about like, what community enriches my life? Where was the truth of who do I want to share my gifts with?
so right. Sorry, I just like had a flash. Like, yeah, what is my community? Who I want to hang out with? What
Yeah,
does my friends are aligned with me still? That's a good time to like why
it's a good time to reflect.
yeah.
Truth of who you share yourself with,
Hmm.
especially like, and Neptune being in your 11th house for a while now. It's getting like, are your friends adding depth to your life? Are they adding that soulful, all encompassing quality to your life? is the community you serve or want to serve has a bigger purpose. It's like a lot of things that I love Taurians, because you have like, especially for Taurus rising, you are in the sextile with Pisces energy. And it's just like this, and because sextile is of nature of Venus, and it's your ruler, it's just, you're like sending the lovey energy into your communities, the lucky chosen communities for you.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. Like sextile is a Venus form. Like, yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
And yeah, and you have Mars and Venus dancing together, and basically in your eighth
Yeah.
house. No, in your ninth house.
10th house and shifting to 10th on March 6th.
To 10. Whoa. Okay. So a lot of learning,
Yeah.
a lot of learning, ninth house, a lot of learning. And I will like definitely put the ninth house on. Yeah, you also spirituality and how you connect to God.
Yeah.
God, when I say God, I'm like, can take many form for many people. It can be nature for you, it can be ancestral lineage for you, whatever you put in God. Like this is a nice time really about reviewing the connection to that.
Oh, I love especially the ruler. It's your ruler Venus being like changing, being in retrograde for a while, right? And now in this conjunction with Mars being in your ninth house, it's like, what's the divine law, what's the divine justice you want to attach yourself to? Because Sagittarius is a justice, it's a universal law. It's not like Libra, like man-made law.
Yeah.
For me, Sagittarius, like not Sagittarius, but like ninth house energy is it's a universal law. And you are like here being like, what needs to be done about this? How can I, and especially in relation to like, I feel because Mars here with Venus, just like, what's the universal law about our relationship to the qualities of masculine and feminine? What's not just what we think or what government says or whatever says, whoever says, but what's the truth of it?
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, and then it goes into your 10th house on March 6th.
Which you're gonna be big.
And damn, like you are like, and Saturn is there too in your 10th house. So it's like you are really building this like foundational blocks of what how you present yourself into the world.
And I'm just thinking this new moon in Pisces for you. There's Jupiter. We'll talk about it more in the general reading, but there's Jupiter, there is Sun, Moon here squaring Uranus in your ascendant sign. Like for people who are ascendant Taurus.
Pluto is conjunct Pluto is conjunct Venus and Mars on new moon, right?
So a lot of aspect, and I just feel like there's a big call during that new moon. Like we talk about hope and dream and vision for you. What do you wish from this life? What do you core wish? What your spirituality, what your soul want, what your psyche is really deeply embedded in that. But it's also about, like Mariana said earlier, about your community and who you hang out with. What is your value? What's your friends represent, or your group of people you affiliate with? It's a really potent moment to review all.
Yeah. And like, with what group of people, with whom are you willing to walk for a long time?
Yeah.
This is not a time for short projects. It's not a time to pick people for like some kind of like short stunt or something. It's like, it's a time to choose a long-term collaborators. It's a time to choose long-term associates.
Yeah.
I love it. And this new moon, and because North Node is in your sign, making aspects to Mars and beautiful aspect to Mars and Venus in Capricorn, it's just you're like guided towards perfecting that dynamic, that vision of yourself in the world. Yeah, I love it. Like beautiful energies for Taurians.
There's the deep knowing as an oracle card. So Upright, there's a lot of, it's a intuition, like I don't know if you see it well, it's hard with this tiny screen, but it's like deep knowing, and basically it's a
Yeah.
how with the moon, talking about the new moon here, so that's really potent.
Mhm.
But this card is reversed.
Yeah.
So upright is really about intuition, following your rhythm, which is really Pisces season, is really on. But when you return it, I want to mention something that just came up. It's how also we talk about community. We talk about how when the deep knowing is returned, is someone who's highly intuitive, highly connected to nature and surrounding. Your Taurus, aha, of course,
Yeah.
um, but can be really drained right now. And when I'm thinking about Pisces season, I'm feeling how
Mhm.
the community or have your friend can take so much from you. There's a sense of boundaries here. This card is about you're super intuitive, you know, you like your friend, you like your community, you want to give, but at what cost? Like, be careful of the draining. And like, it's funny that we're talking
Mhm.
about community and friends and friendship,
Yeah.
and there's also how much you give and how much you receive from that. And this is a really card that match the astrological thing, which is asking also during that season, what is your boundaries? When do you need time for yourself to retreat and when you need to be in community? But it's also right now just to be careful and not giving too much. That's also reviewing that part.
At the end of the day, Pisces season is about rest. And I just want to say a couple words about the full moon in Virgo. It's in your fifth house. So,
Mm,
like some creative project that has been started 6 months ago are coming to fruition,
yep.
and some of them might has something to do with service and maybe healing. And it's a beautiful time to kind of see what sparks your creativity and what doesn't, and what supports your creativity and what doesn't.
And I just want to mention, um, I just put up another card for clarification, and I just want to say that it was peace. There's a
Oh,
need for peace. There is a time to find peace in yourself. So I do think there's a link to that too, to
mm,
really have a clarifying view on your vision and hope and gift.
yeah.
But like Mariana said, just to go back to the full moon in Virgo in your first house, she's right. It's a coming up um, of something that you started, a project, something really creative. And it's funny because the full moon is on March 18th, really close to the spring equinox,
Mhm.
which I like because it's like something that comes to flourishing and it's going to flourish again, again, and again, and again. And it's
Yeah,
taking that
absolutely love it.
most like last frozen part of this winter and like really taking away with the full moon in Virgo is really bringing it to that spring.
And that full moon is trine in North Node in Taurus. So it's
Which
like
is,
a lot of earth energy, a lot of release, a lot of like waters
yeah,
going, leaving, a lot of that, like, like almost like when the snow is melting, the ice in the ground is melting. I feel like that energy. It's just such a beautiful time for you, like immerse in your creativity and then find a community you can like give that creativity to.
yep.
Love it. Thank you guys. So
But
excited.
thank you. Yes, I hope that was helpful for you, Taurus, for this season, the spicy season. Mariana and I, we were happy to do it.
Always.
We give you many, many kisses. Bye
Thank you.
bye.